Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. I thank you for clicking on this video and I thank you for being here with me today. I hope that you all are well. And I'm doing this video as a follow-up to the other video that I did about having more joy in our lives and how having more joy is very, very important to our overall well-being, to our health, to our spiritual health, our mental health, and our physical health. Well, in this video, I want to talk about how anger is harmful to our health. I was reading this article in the same magazine that I was reading the other article in about having more joy. This one is the flip side, how anger negatively affects our overall well-being, our emotions, our mental health, our physical health. So anger is something that is really, really just as harmful as being sick from another illness that you might have. How many of us know that when we are around someone that is very angry all the time, somebody that's always in a bad mood all the time, somebody that's just always in a place of just being mad about something all the time, it's just miserable being around somebody that's always angry, that's always complaining, that's always just in a spirit of being ungrateful, just being in just a terrible mood all the time. It's just miserable being around somebody like that. And you try to understand what's going on with the person. You may ask, hey, what's wrong? Is there anything I can do to help? Or do you want to talk about it? Or, just to help them get those feelings out and just get things off of their chest, to try to help them cope with whatever it is they're dealing with, cope with whatever it is that's keeping them angry all the time, because it's a miserable feeling. It's just miserable to be around somebody that's always just in a foul mood all the time, always mad and angry and grouchy and mean all the time. It's just not a comfortable environment to be around somebody like that all the time. It's different if they're going through a hardship and they're just expressing what's going on and they just need to just get that out. I understand that. That's perfectly fine. But just somebody that's always mean, grouchy, and nasty all the time, just because it just seems like they never have a good day. They give you the impression that nothing ever good ever happens to them, or nothing good ever happens in their life, or just life is just beating them up and they're just always in a negative, just mean and grouchy mood all the time. And I think everybody knows somebody or a couple of people like that. And it's just an uncomfortable environment to be in when somebody's like that all the time. So I jotted down some high points of the article that I was reading. I keep looking down because I have my notes here and I just want to stay organized. So I'm just going to read some of the high points on what the article said. And with me working in healthcare, I know a lot of these points that the article mentioned are exactly true. So it's just mind-blowing on how our moods affect our overall health, mental health, and physical health, be it joyful mood or an angry mood. Because how many of us know someone or several people that are actually incarcerated because of a situation where they let their anger get out of control, get the best of them, and they made a decision to do something or get themselves in a situation to where their temper, their anger got the best of them, and then they did something that caused them to end up in a situation to where now they're incarcerated, or now they've injured somebody, or they've injured themselves, or they've destroyed property, or just went off on somebody, or just went off at work and ended up losing their job, or just something that their anger has cost them in the long run, where people just can't control their tempers or they can't control their anger. Anger can really get out of control, and it can really be a detrimental situation to our lives. So in reading the article, here are some high points of how anger negatively affects our health. Starting off, anger has negative health effects. I was just saying that. Chronic anger increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke by elevating stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Studies show that frequent anger can weaken the immune system and contribute to long-term health issues. Anger causes muscle tension. Anger causes muscle tension. Anger causes muscles to contract and tense up. I got it out. Which can lead to headaches, neck pain, and back pain. Over time, chronic muscle tension from anger can contribute to conditions like tension headaches and fibromyalgia. Anger weakens the immune system. Studies show that prolonged anger and stress can suppress the immune system, making the body more susceptible to infections and illness. Chronic anger increases inflammation, which can interfere with the body's ability to fight off diseases. Anger affects the digestive system. Anger can trigger digestive problems such as upset stomach, acid reflux, and irritable bowel syndrome. The stress responses affects the gastrointestinal system, slowing digestion and leading to discomfort. Okay. Anger impairs decision making. Anger can cloud judgment and lead to impulsive, irrational decisions. Research in psychology indicates that when people are angry, they are more likely to take risks without considering the consequences. That is so true. That's what I was saying about people letting their anger and their rage get the best of them, and then they end up doing something or making a decision that costs them something, and they end up in a long-term situation that, had they just calmed down and just thought things through and not let their anger get the best of them, the situation may have turned out differently, maybe better. Okay. Anger strains relationships. Frequent anger can damage relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. Studies suggest that prolonged anger leads to increased conflicts, decreased empathy, and a broken Studies suggest that prolonged anger leads to increased conflicts, decreased empathy, and a breakdown in effective communication. Wow, I was getting tongue-tied there for a minute, but I got it out. Okay. Anger reduces mental well-being. Constant anger is linked to higher levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. Psychological research shows that people who struggle with anger are more prone to emotional distress and lower overall life satisfaction. Anger causes negative social perception. People who express anger frequently are often perceived as less trustworthy, less competent, and less likable. Social psychology studies suggest that anger can lead to social isolation and difficulty in professional and personal settings. That's so true. Anger causes decreased life expectancy. Long-term studies have shown that individuals who frequently exercise intense anger tend to have shorter lifespans due to the cumulative effects of stress on the body. Research suggests that managing anger effectively can contribute to longevity and overall well-being. That is so true, so true. And here are 5 ways that the article states that people can do to manage anger. Practice deep breathing and relaxation techniques. Research shows that deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, and mindfulness meditation can help lower psychological arousal and calm the nervous system when anger arises. Reframe your thoughts. Studies in cognitive behavioral therapy demonstrate that changing the way you interpret situations can reduce anger. Instead of thinking, "This is unfair," try, "This is frustrating, but I can handle it calmly." Take a time out. Pause before reacting. Psychological research suggests that stepping away from a triggering situation, even for a few minutes, allows emotions to settle and helps you respond more rationally. That's what I was just saying. Engage in physical activity. Exercise has been proven to reduce stress and anger by releasing endorphins, which improve mood. Activities like walking, jogging, or hitting a punching bag can provide a healthy outlet for frustration. And final point, improve communication skills. Studies indicate that expressing anger constructively using I statements rather than blaming others can prevent escalation and lead to better conflict resolution. For example, say, I feel upset when this happens, instead of, you always make me angry. All right. Yeah. Okay. So those are the highlights of the article. I think there was something that was, okay, there was something, I guess I missed something at the end, but that was the whole point of the article. And again, I was just saying that anger can really be detrimental to our health. So we need to find a better way of expressing that anger by talking things out, and just really just finding a way to, really just finding a better way to express our feelings, and not just really just fly off the handle and just say things and yell and scream and all of that, because this is proof positive that anger does affect our health. Anger does affect our mental state of health, our physical state of health, and our overall well-being. So we need to find a way to get those feelings out in a more constructive way, a better way. I know that's not always easy sometimes, and sometimes there are situations that we are in where our feelings and our tempers get the best of us. I've been there. So I know that that's not always the case, to always, just automatically stop and think and just, just kind of, find a better way at that moment. A lot of times, just human nature, we do just kind of, just kind of get our feelings out, say what we want to say, blow up, and just deal with the fallout later. So I guess we all need to figure out a way to get better at not letting our tempers get the best of us. So in conclusion, that's all I have for you today. I thank you for listening. I thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking on this video, and I will see you in the next video. You all take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.